Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so today is Butch's very first day, which I think it's kind of funny that we ended up being his first day on April Fool's Day. Joke's on him. And so we're excited about welcoming him to the Chamber family. I mean, it is definitely a family around here, and that's the way that we have operated it for a long, long time. And so we're excited to welcome him on board, teach him. I told him that I was going to try to teach him everything I could, like a fire hydrant, just stand in front of it and take whatever you can get.
So he's coming in and just going to kind of...
That's right. So my last day will be the 16th. So we'll have about 2 weeks together that I can kind of show him the ropes as much as possible. We've got a stew contest coming up, in October. And so, believe it or not, we start planning for that just right about this time of the year. And we'll just have to take that ball and start running.
Drop him in the bend and swim.
Oh, you're just going to have to swim.
Well, and you said this is going to be your end as the head of the chamber.
Yes, so I will be here until the 16th, and we have our golf tournament next Friday. So that's April 9th, and we'll be out at the country club all day next week. And then that'll be a super fun day that everybody loves. I kind of tentatively looked at the weather. It looks beautiful, and so I think we'll have a really good day. And he has, of course, worked the golf tournament, and he's been a part of the chamber for a long time, and so he's got an idea of what's coming, but we're going to kind of punt to him that day. And anyway, it'll be a great day.
Just let him pick it up and
Take
there
it
to help you
go. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. What do you have? Do you have questions?
I've always got a question. What's your most memorable event?
Here's the thing. We threw a stew contest in the middle of the pandemic, so that was probably the most challenging event. We were kind of giggling and laughing this morning that last year's banquet was so beautiful with all of the patio lights we had put all over the Civic Center, but we hung those with magnets, and when they brought in the flags, one of them got caught, and I thought, oh my gosh, we were about to literally lose every single one of these, and they were just going to come crashing down on everybody. But they didn't, so that was so good, and that was fun. But, I don't know that one stands out more than another. We've had a great time for 5 years, so it's hard to pick just one.
A little bit of sadness.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some sadness. I mean, when you leave something you love with your whole heart, it's just become a way of life for us, and so, but it's good, and seasons change. It's time for a little change, and so I'm one to embrace it. I love change, so we'll see what's next.
Now, do we have any plans that we can say?
Sure.
What kind of warnings have you given Butch?
I promised to not taint him in any way. I'm gonna let him make his own. No warnings for you. You get to figure it out on your own.
Welcome to the chamber.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about what made you want to jump in and take this on.
Well, I was on the chamber board for 5 years. I've been off for about a year and a half, and I was on the board whenever Leslie was hired, and I've seen the great things she's done with the chamber. She really has positioned it extremely well with the budget and the events that she's done and the outreach and all that. So whenever she surprised everybody, by saying she was ready for a new challenge, I talked to several people about it, and it just seemed like a good opportunity and a good challenge. And as y'all know, we've all of us who've worked here have been big proponents of Silver Springs. We've all tried to champion Hopkins County and the way of life here, and that's a lot of what the chamber does. We want to help the small business and all businesses, help our chamber members, but help the county, help the city. Just promote the way of life here and the business life here as well.
Okay, so just jump in and kind of keep going with the way things are going.
I think so. Like I say, Leslie's done a great job now, and we've been talking about maybe some additional things that we're going to do to help small businesses, because that's the bulk of our membership or small businesses, and larger industries have their own resources they can rely on, but small business is still the heartbeat of small towns like Sulphur Springs and small counties like Hopkins County. So there are a few things that we want to do that we've got in the works to help small businesses, and we'll be unveiling those as we kind of put those in order and get those working. And then I think we want to also, I think outreach is a key word that we want to use, because we want to reach out to our members and see what they need. What can we do as a chamber to help our membership and help the businesses and the community members.
Sure.
So we value the input.
Okay, and this has been a most unusual past year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there are all kinds of different things that are coming up, or that you.
Right. Fortunately, I think we're starting to get back to some semblance of normalcy. And so I know the city with Cinco de Mayo coming up is kind of opening things back up as far as having events. And same for the chamber. We've got the stew contest coming up in November. We've got the golf tournament coming up next Fridays.
Yes.
But then we've got the stew contest coming up in November, and right now both of those are set to be the way they have been, normal attendance. With the stew contest, there may be a few changes as far as the placement of stew pots and things like that to give a little bit more access. We've got 14 acres over there that we can use to do stuff with, so we're looking at that. But as far as that goes, I think we're getting back to being open for business, way of speaking.
So Chamber's getting ready to ramp back up and jump in.
Yes, yeah. The chamber board, the executive board that I interviewed with, I think that's what they'd like to do. Like to see us get back up, as ramped up as you said, as quickly as possible. And I think right now, I think everybody's ready for that. I think everybody's ready to get back to some normalcy. So yeah, as soon as we can start rolling stuff out, we're going to.
Okay. Well, is there anything you can think of that's important to let people know just about you, or moving forward with the chamber?
Okay. I think the most people that don't know me, I was born here, raised here, worked here for quite a bit of my adult life. My wife is from Como, so we've always been a Hopkins County family, and in that, the reason we have stayed here and the reason we have worked here is that we love Hopkins County and we love Sulphur Springs, and we want to see the best for the county and for the city. And I think it's just a win-win. If the city wins, then the people who live here win and the chamber wins. And if businesses win, then the chamber wins. And it's just a win-win situation. And so we just want to promote Sulphur Springs and do whatever we can to make this the best place to live and work.
So you just want to improve the community that you live and have grown up in and continue to call home.
Yes, and I've grown up here. I've seen the changes that Sulphur Springs has gone through for the last, since the 70s and 80s, and I look downtown and see the plaza, and that's such a great meeting place and an event space. The hospital has done wonderful things in the last decade or more. You see our industries, when you go out way out on Main Street on the industrial section there, we have a great cross-section of small industries and big industries and retail. And Sulphur Springs has done a fantastic job of prospering, I think, especially in the last 10 to 15 years. And so I'm happy to have seen that happen, and we just want to continue that and be a part of that.
Okay. Just continue the growth and be excited to see what can come.
Yes. Some people want to say, well, Sulphur Springs or Hopkins County or this community or that community, we just need to stay the same. But the fact is, we all know you don't stay the same. You either get better or you get worse. And Sulphur Springs is getting better, and we just need to continue that forward progress.
Okay, just continue to move forward in a positive direction.
Yes.
And working with our businesses and different things, just to promote what we do have and see if we can the chamber can help make it better.
Yes, yeah, and that's what we're here as a support and a resource for our small businesses and for our large businesses, for our members. And so we want to know what they need and what we can do to help them, because that's why we're here.